What is up, you guys? You're watching Sergio's Secret. Before I get started with today's video, I would appreciate it if you guys can give this video a thumbs up and subscribe button. Today we're going to be having a real honest conversation about the Nordstrom anniversary sale, and I just kind of want to talk about it because I get so many questions, so many DMs, so many emails. Can you talk about the anniversary sale? What was it like working it? What do you think is worth it? Because one thing about me is a lot of you guys know that I always keep it real in a sense, and I feel like that's why a lot of people still come back and watch my videos. That's why people, value my opinion a lot, because I keep it real and I keep it transparent. And I don't really like to sugarcoat or walk in tiptoe. I try to word myself a little bit better. But today we're gonna be talking about the Nordstrom anniversary sale. Why I every single year, I kind of get less kind of interested in it. So let's go ahead and break it down. But like I said, if you give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. This is video 2 of 4 in a Nordstrom anniversary segment. So the first video I talked about the items that I'm gonna be purchasing or repurchasing from last year, which I'll leave that video link down below. This video is gonna be just kind of like chit-chatting and having a conversation about the Nordstrom anniversary sale. Third video is gonna be things that I already own or things that I can see a lot of you guys having value. You should be buying on the Nordstrom anniversary sale. The video will be shopping the Nordstrom anniversary sale. The first 2 will be back to back. The fourth one, I will shop it once it becomes public, or maybe this weekend, come out at a later date, because I also don't want to be too repetitive with the Nordstrom anniversary. So let's go ahead and get started and let's talk about it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, what is the Nordstrom anniversary sale? So quote unquote, I've been shopping the anniversary sale since Nordstrom had the Northeast Mall in Hurst, Texas. That's a location that's now closed. Probably about a decade ago, I just remember my mom shopping the anniversary sale, and then I kind of slowly started like shopping for myself and stuff. And this was when they had a debit card, and it was a little bit more different back then. And so I started working at Nordstrom, and I kind of saw how things kind of are. And I would say within the last 5 years, it's definitely been a lot more repetitive, and it's been a lot more less exciting. It's kind of like the same, Michele outlet style watch, the same Marc Jacobs outlet style bags. It's the same discontinued sunglasses that they bring back as new styles. And not all of it is outlet style, not all of it is discontinued style. Some of it is actually new, but obviously they're always going to factor in that it's not sold at MSRP, because it's supposed to be a sale item, and it's never meant to ever be a part of any of the current lineups that are in the full price market. For example, Tory Burch is a brand that, as of now, first year that they pulled out on an anniversary sale, which they never ever do. For example, if I were to go to Nordstrom Rack, what are the Tory Burch bags that are there? I've seen them in vlogs, even like a recent one that I posted. They're gonna be these are the bags you're gonna find. They're the anniversary style bags that just didn't sell. Maybe they made a little bit of extra product and they sent it to the rack for even a little bit less price than what the anniversary sale. It's a mixture of different items. Like I said, discontinued items that they bring back as new, outlet styles that they say are new, but they're really meant to be sold as outlet style. I try to tell you guys that it's actually new merchandise, when in reality it's not. It's not. In the Carson collection, all those little collections that Tory Burch has. I'm using Tory Burch as an example because it's my favorite brand. I never ever meant to be part of the full lineup of, like, let's say like an Ella Toe, a Robinson collection, a Fleming. They're never ever meant to be part of those lineups. They're either going to be outlet styles, discontinued styles, or styles that are for the anniversary sale that they factor in, or they're going to be items that are full price that go on the anniversary sale, and then they're just kind of like Nordstrom's kind of like core items that they sell a lot of units of. So think about kind of like the Spanx leggings, the faux leather leggings that I think are $490, like those type of items, a barefoot jeans blanket that are the same SKU that are always going to be on the anniversary sale. So those are about kind of like 4 categories that I would say the anniversary is in. And let's go ahead and talk about why I feel like the product selection within the last few years have been decreasing. So you kind of mentioned me talking about Tory Burch. MCM is another brand that has pulled out. Back in the day when when I would shop at Hearst, like over like a decade ago, 8 years ago, we used to be part of the anniversary sale. Burberry was a really big one, part of Collectors, which is Collectors is their designer sector. And so there used to be a lot more other prestige brands, or more brands were willing and openly open to the anniversary sale. But I think, in my opinion, 2 reasons why I feel like the brands and everything has been kind of getting less and less or super repetitive. First things first, a lot of these brands want to be more exclusive. So, you know, if you're Burberry, Chloe, MCM, Tory Burch, why discount your products or and you know, make your brand look less than, especially if you're trying to elevate yourself. So I find within, ever since 2020, I find that a lot more brands have been trying to have more control of their branding, and a lot more brands are trying to do a little bit less or a lot less wholesale and are exclusively more selling within themselves, and they see kind of wholesaling as a factor where yes, they're making money, but more to serve a customer in that area. Maybe they don't have cover to have a full store, or maybe they don't have enough coverage for X, Y, and Z reason. So every brand's being a lot more picky, and this goes with Gucci, Prada, Chanel, Tory Burch, MCM, Chloe, Burberry, Jimmy Choo. A lot of these brands are like a little bit less on that, a little bit more control of the brand. And I find that's the reason why I feel like Tory Burch did not participate in this year, because a lot of the items was repetitive, and at the end of the day, it's not good if you're trying to build more of a legacy brand for yourself. And then the second reason why I feel like the Nordstrom anniversary sale is kind of like less much a basic sell. It's not like it's basic like what they're selling, where it's just very core items. They stick to more core items and not necessarily a lot more fun and quirky items. This is for the person that wants to kind of stock up on their items, that wants a classic black jean, that needs a good booty, that needs maybe you know, a leather handbag, that they don't necessarily care where, you know, what type of style or era, or if it's new, if it's not new. I feel like it's very much that. And I find that when I, you know, as the years, I think purchasing at the anniversary sale is very much like this. Like this year, in my last video, I had only 10 items that I'm really interested in, and now that I actually got to have videos and pictures to go, you know, there's like, now my list is more like 6 items. Like definitely a lot of the items have been, because also I have like, I'm starting to have, you know, I already have the black booty, I already have this, I already have that. I don't need to keep repurchasing, keep having kind of the same repetitive item. Especially, why fix something if it's not broken, or why buy something when you already have something similar that you have? That's kind of the reason why a lot of bloggers, or like a lot of people that shop the sale a whole lot, very much like, oh, it's kind of repetitive. It's for that reason, because it's basically the exact same item. And I think this sale is mostly for even the people that are level 4, level 3, level 2 customers. They know that it's that type of sale. It's not as big, as hyped up as people make it seem it. It's basically more advertising and more kind of like to make you feel part of something. When I shop the anniversary sale, I feel like, oh, I feel like this blogger shopping the anniversary, so I'm living my blogger fantasy. She bought this bag, and so, not this particular bag, but an example. Now I have it, and so I feel like because she bought this at the anniversary sale. But little do you know that she's gonna return it right after the sale ends. That's the real tea. You know, the sale has different aspects for it, but it's pretty much a basic sale, where it's like basic items at reasonable prices, and then you can shop it. And so, like I said, brands are trying to become more exclusive. So I feel like a lot more of like the contemporary that don't really focus a whole lot on wholesale, and a lot of the higher end brands slowly decrease, you know, what items are put on the anniversary sale. So that's why it may seem a little bit more bland in the same brands. There's certain brands that depend on wholesale, now they see the whole value in it. And then there's some brands that, you know, they don't really need their items to go on sale because they kind of sell for themselves. Another thing that I always get asked about the Nordstrom anniversary sale, do items get returned? Do bloggers return items? And how often do items get returned? So this is somebody who worked the anniversary sale for a few years. I have sold to bloggers that have returned a lot or everything, or that have not even returned one single item. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So, do items get restocked in the anniversary sale? No, items do not get restocked, at least through my experiences in the entire accessories categories. I wear jewelry, handbags, and soft accessories, which is like scarves and stuff. I have never seen anything get restocked. So when people say things get restocked in the anniversary sale, that is a flat lie. Things do not get restocked on the anniversary sale at all. They just don't. And whoever keeps on saying that they get restocked, they don't. And I worked at one of the top 5 Nordstroms in the company, so things do not get restocked. And I have a close relationship with managers from all these different stores, and, you know, vendors from across a lot of brands that aren't even departments that I worked in. So things do not get restocked. So whoever keeps saying things get restocked on the anniversary sale, they do not. Do things get returned a lot? Yes. And that people return a lot because for two reasons. Either you just are quickly wanting to buy everything online, and then you buy everything and then you kind of pick and choose what you want. That's typically how, you know, I kind of am starting to becoming. If I see, let's say if there's this new drop of collection of clothing, or like if I place a big order on a website, you know, I may buy, you know, 10 items. I'm not anticipating to keep 10 items. I'm planning to keep maybe 5 items and, you know, just see what works. I may keep all of it, I may keep return all of it. I do get returned all the time on the Nordstrom anniversary. So that's why I'm not incentivized to get a Nordstrom credit card, because 9 times out of 10, if you add items on your wish list, you're gonna get notified when it's back in stock. But 9 times out of 10, everything gets returned eventually. You will have your chance to get everything, so don't feel like you're missing out or having FOMO. Oh, this sold out, this is the bestseller. Yes, there's bestsellers and things that sell out, but if you really want it, 9 times out of 10, you'll find a really great chance that you'll end up getting it. And the last question that I always get asked is, do bloggers return a lot or do they not? And do bloggers get to shop the sale early? Bloggers and influencers do get to shop the sale early. And I know a lot of people, and I have like a burner account, so I follow all these bloggers. Some people are saying, oh, I don't get to shop this so early, or blah, 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 blah. That's a lie. A lot of the bloggers, a lot of the influencers, particularly a lot of the bigger ones, they do have access. You can talk to like the store manager from that Nordstrom, or you can just, you know, have whatever connections you have within the store, or, you know, the brand. You can pretty much shop the sale early if you are a blogger, so you can, you know, promote the sale. And do bloggers return items? Yes and no. Like I said, I think this is more of like the type of status that you are in a blogger. If you're really making it like that and you're making, you know, $1 million in blogging, you're not going to return it. Or if, you know, you're just starting out but you overbuy, because I've seen this happen hand on hand, where you max out, you know, your Nordstrom card or whatever, and then you do a haul, and then the next day you return everything, or you take your pictures and then you return everything. All in both aspects, where people spend 10 racks but don't return anything. People spend 10 racks and return $9,500 worth of it. In all aspects, I always tell people, never believe everything on social media. And second of all, don't feel like you're having FOMO or missing out, because 9 out of 10, some of your favorite bloggers, after the sale ends, or maybe even a month after the sale ends, that's not gonna be in the collection anymore. It'll be returned by then. So so never feel like you're missing out on the Nordstrom anniversary sale, because you're not missing out on a whole lot. And don't feel bad for not having a certain item. Another thing that I want to talk about is a lot of the items after the last of the anniversary sale. Basically all the employees have to stay a little bit late, and usually ends on a Sunday. And so since it ends on a Sunday, we basically have to put the floor back to how it is. So on Monday, the floor looks good. So usually the last day of the sale, we start taking off the tags, the anniversary tags, and we start merchandising the floor. So Kate Spade anniversary handbags are going to be with the Kate Spade full, Marc Jacobs with Marc Jacobs, or whatever brand with whatever brand. And so we start taking off the anniversary price and we put it there. 9 times out of 10, a lot of the items actually get wrapped. So if an item ends in 97 Nordstrom full line, it means it's supposed to be sent to Nordstrom Rack, or items get RTV'd, which is returned to vendor. So it's like a piece of paper, I don't know, Rag & Bone as an example. Has some last anniversary, so it didn't do too well. We return it all back to the vendor because they requested, you know, an RTV. We ship them off and never to be seen again. Or things have happened within like 2-3 days after the anniversary. So with handbags, things get wrapped. They end in 97. If it ends in 97, it's not supposed to be on the floor at all. It's supposed to get transferred to DC, and from DC it either gets into Nordstrom Rack, or it gets sent to like the warehouse. And from the warehouse, sometimes they take off whatever tags and they put a different SKU on it, and they sell it as a Nordstrom Rack item, not an anniversary kind of clearance item. So there's definitely a lot of aspects. A lot of the things automatically go to the rack after the anniversary, so a lot of things go through RTV, and some items do stay there until they sell, or until they go towards their regular clearance price points along with the rest of the merchandise. So just FYI, and any Nordstrom employee, if y'all can vouch for me, because I know on anything, or if I missed anything in the video, I would definitely love to hear it down below. And yeah, those are just kind of like little things that I want to talk about the anniversary sale, how certain things are outlet products, how things are discontinued, like they bring them back as new. So like the Tom Ford sunglasses, every year they're never new styles, they're always discontinued styles that have already been set on the rack for like 160, 180 to Nordstrom Rack, and then they put them up at the anniversary sale and they try to say it's like new style. But it's a dated style for the brand. And so there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with buying outlet or anniversary made product. There's nothing wrong with it because I've bought a little bit of everything throughout the years. But I did kind of want to inform the customer. I did want to inform you guys kind of how the sale goes. Like, I feel so bad when I see all these people spend so much money on it, and I'm just like, honey, like, you need to be a little bit more of a smarter consumer. You need to be a little bit better. And obviously I'm a little bit more of a smarter cookie than the typical person, and this goes because I love retail. I love numbers. I have a blog. I have a little bit of connections that I can ask people if I ever need anything, and so I like to kind of pass that to you guys just to kind of let you guys know. So the end all be all this video, before I tell you the worst items that you could possibly buy in the sale, don't feel like you're having FOMO, guys. The sale is really great. The sale is really nice. There's the few items that I do want for the anniversary sale I really love and I really enjoy, and some of the past items that I bought within the year, like the Le Labo hand soaps, my sling glasses from last year. Those are items that I wear and I use and I love. The Paula's Choice, the big exfoliator, girl, Miss Thing, that was gonna be on my list, but you know, that's something that I already have like a bunch of them from last year, and I'm actually gonna show you so you guys know what I mean. But I mean, I have 2 of these Paula's Choices exfoliators because I bought 4 of them last year and I still have 2 left. Because then I feel like, what happens if it's not gonna be on the anniversary sale last year? The Bobbi Brown face cream. So there are great items to the sale, and the items that I do end up buying, I know that I love and I get a lot of wear. So I'm not trashing down the sale because there are some things that I think is a really great incentive, but not all of it is. So you kind of have to shop the sale really smart. It will either go out on Wednesday or Thursday, but this Friday, as in the second weekend of July, I will be going on live stream so we can talk about the anniversary sale. You guys can ask me if I think something is worth the money or not. I did want to say the anniversary, not bad. I'm not trying to trash talk it, but I'm not trying to say anything bad because I do like the anniversary sale, but just be a little bit more of a smarter consumer if you ask me, and you don't need everything from the sale. And so just be a little bit smart when you're buying, and you don't have to overkill it to feel like you're a part of something. So I did want to say that, and let's go ahead and talk about some of the worst items that you can buy on the anniversary sale. I have about 5 items, and so let's go ahead and talk about it. One of the things that I would say that I feel like is never kind of worth it are going to be all the collector brands. So the St. John's and the Lafayettes of the world. All those brands, they tend to go 60% off. After the sale ends, it'll stay there, and then like after like a few months, they'll go 60% off. So if you do like any of the collector's clothing, particularly the Lafayette or St. John clothing ready to wear, honestly guys, I would say hold off. I think you can get a better price later on. So later on towards the end. So I would say that's one of the worst items that you can buy. Second of all, one of the worst items that I feel like you could buy are going to be the Michele watches. And the reason why I say the Michele watches are just not the best is because all those are outlet style watches, and you can literally go to Watch Station, which is in almost every single premium outlet, and you can get a Michele watch for 50% off or more depending on the week or weekend that you go. Nordstrom Rack always has flash sales, and all the Michele watches are 9 times out of 10 either 45 to 55% off, so you get even more savings and you have more of a better selection. So for me, I always say the Michele watches are never something that I feel like is worth it. Another item that I feel like is not worth it is, I would say, skip the Marc Jacobs handbags. All those are outlet styles. You can go to Nordstrom Rack and have similar styles for even less prices, or you can go to the Marc Jacobs outlets. Marc Jacobs is expanding their retail presence in the full line and off-price markets. So I would say you are better off getting up Marc Jacobs bags. Those bags are never made to be part of the full line. That's why you never see tote bags or snapshots on the sale. Those are outlet styles, and those are styles that are never meant to be sold full price, and once the sale ends, literally gonna get sent to Nordstrom Rack automatically. I would say the Marc Jacobs bags, definitely not worth it. This Tom Ford set is not worth it. The 2 body oils, they are $75 for a pack of 2. But if you go on the Sephora website, they're $34 each. So you get 2 of them for $64, but yet Nordstrom is charging $11 more to have it as a set because of the box. I don't know why. I will skip on this body oil because you guys know I always talk about that body oil. It's one of my cult classics that I use. But Sephora has a better price, and it's the same amount of fluid ounce that's in the Sephora one if you were to buy them individually. So I'd say that is not worth it. And the last item that I think is not worth it, part of the anniversary sale, would be this Coperni deodorant stick. Miss Thing, this is probably the worst deodorant stick that I've ever gotten. I can still smell myself, and I'm not even somebody who even like stinks or smells, But let me tell you, this did absolutely nothing for me. I've had so many of my friends and so many like people that I know that have tried this deodorant. I've never heard anything good about it, so I would say definitely skip on it. Yeah guys, I kind of want to talk, make a little bit, not necessarily a rant, I just kind of want to talk about the Nordstrom anniversary sale, because I always get so many questions, so many, you know, thoughts and opinions about the anniversary sale. And I just decided to just make a little bit of a video and just kind of have a little bit of a honest conversation with you guys and just kind of talk about it. And so I feel like this is really great because I just get asked, Sergio, what you crazy about the anniversary sale? And these are kind of my reasons why. A, I can find better prices. I already have a lot of the items. A lot of the items are a little, like I already have, like I said, 10 black jeans. I don't need any more. You know, this is a good sale just to get good basics, or maybe things that are slightly a little quirky. But you know, I shop all year round. I don't shop just for the anniversary sale. That's kind of my reasonings why. But that being said, I think there are a lot of great items on the sale, and that will be next video, like the Paula's Choice exfoliant. The Ultimate leather jackets are really great. I've had one that I bought like 3 years ago and I still wear it. Some of the Longchamp bags. So I'm gonna make one that I think things that you should be buying on the anniversary sale that I already own. And so stay tuned for that video. But yeah guys, I just wanted to have a little bit of a chit chat, kind of like talk with you guys, and so I'd love to hear your thoughts and your opinions on this video, the conversation down below. But this Friday at 7 I will be going on live stream, and I'm gonna name it Let's Talk About the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale, and we can just kind of kiki and talk. And yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions on the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale, and I'll talk to you guys later on. And I'll leave this Polo link down below, / the 5 items that I don't think it's worth the money, so you can inquire about them a little bit more online. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Los quiero mucho.